and welcome to another episode of the Sal Licata Show, live here on YouTube, also on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcast. So, a couple of things from last night. Yankees obviously have a nice win. Carlos Rodon comes back, and he looks pretty good. I still stand by what I said yesterday in that the rotation got worse where you swap Fried out for Rodon. And look, maybe it's not the worst case for Max Fried. Maybe he'll be okay. It doesn't seem to be that big of a deal. So doesn't matter much as long as you get him back in line for the postseason. I will say the AL East seems back in play with just now the 5-game deficit with the Rays. So we'll continue to watch the Yanks here. Huge series coming up, not this weekend, but next weekend against the Red Sox. So that'll be obviously a big deal there as it pertains to the AL East standings. But I'm not going to go nuts about last night's game. Trent Grisham, a guy who everybody wanted casted away. Oh, he can't hit leadoff. Badabooms and I were talking about, leadoff hitter. Grisham has been on fire right now, and he's carrying the team, and that's what a guy like that can do in those spots. I think the biggest news from yesterday would be the fact that Aaron Judge is starting to, what do they call it? Hitting progression. I don't know. I don't know what these terms.
I don't know what that's all about. With Stan, there was the base running program.
Okay, but at least, right, and then
what is that, college course?
He was cleared. The last update was Judge was cleared for upper body resistance, so whatever. I think, though, just at least that there was some information on his progression. So the hitting progression, whatever that means exactly, don't know. But it's good that they're progressing, and you would think getting closer to him coming back, which is really the Yankees aren't even worth talking about until that happens. I mean, we could see what happens with the Red Sox series, and like we said, chasing the division. Maybe the Rays start to fall apart a little bit here. Maybe the Yankees can get hot, finish off the series against the Orioles, and then come back home and have some success against the Blue Jays. We know the importance of winning the division. We also know that it's likely not going to happen until they get back healthy. If they get Stanton and Bellinger and then eventually Judge back within the next month, then maybe they have a realistic shot. And it is going to be a big difference between winning the division and winning the wild card. But really with the Yankees, it's just about getting those guys back healthy. One thing, we are brought to you by Super Lyte today, by the way. I love the Super Lytes this summer. They go down so smooth and easy. Wisconsin, we're enjoying some Super Lytes. They're so delicious. So we're brought to you by Super Lyte today, and of course Kalshi as well. We'll do some NFL futures.
Small little update when you get a chance to trade Giants.
The Giants trade? I saw that, but it's like a nothing trade.
Yeah, it's
Who
is it? Didn't they just sign him? He was a hardball guy that he brought in from Baltimore.
And they traded him where?
Jacksonville, late round pick, unannounced yet.
So I don't make that make sense to me. Help me understand that.
Yeah, so basically this guy Faile, he's huge, and he really got drafted for his size. Not very good at the sport or the position. He's just huge. That's his thing, and the
the fact that
gripes with that he can't really play football well.
Here's what I would take away from that. Harbaugh doesn't think he could play, and that's why he moved him.
100%.
You wouldn't. I mean, it's simple as that. And when Harbaugh's making those decisions, you trust him. All right, so I wanted to stick to a little bit of baseball. I feel like I'm hearing a big echo today. We got to build a new studio. Can you just make a note of that and then underscore that? We need to build a studio at some point. We'll get around to that. Anyway.
Yeah, I got it. I'll underscore it.
So I was watching, we're watching the game yesterday, Yankees, Orioles, and see Pete Alonso, and good for Pete. And I'm looking forward to I'm actually going to the Met game today, afternoon game, so I'm probably going to leave as soon as we finish this up, go hang out with my buddy Jamie, sitting in the sweet seats there, the Delta Club, which is really nice. I love going, so I appreciate the invite. Go see the Mets firsthand. We get to look at who's pitching. Robert, is it Robert Stock? What's his name? Yeah, because Robert Pack was
I'll get it for you.
You remember? No, it's Robert Stock. Robert Pack used to be the guard. I think he passed away, the late Robert Pack. He was the guard on the Nuggets. Anyway, we're going to go see Robert Stock. Can't wait to see him in person. But I'm going to the Met game when Alonso comes back and the Orioles in September. I think it's September 15th I'll be going. So I'm looking forward to that. But we're watching the Yankees last night, and you see Pete Alonso. And I was scrolling through social media, and you see a bunch of tweets just ripping the Mets and analytics and Stearns to shreds for the season that Pete Alonso has had. Now, you can make the case that you wanted Pete Alonso to stay, as did I. I got to the point where I wanted to trade Lindor, keep Alonso, just because I've said this a million times, but for the people in the back who don't get it, because I'd rather invest in the known commodity in the power. He's going to hit home. That's what he does. He plays every day and hits home runs and drives in runs. Period. End of story. So the other stuff, you live with the other areas of deficiency, and I think Pete profiles more as a DH. Not that he's a butcher at first base, but he's not very good at first base. Plus, he's just a big lumbering DH and would not be the key cog in my lineup, but a cog in the lineup. Anyway, so you want to get on the Mets for not signing Alonso? Fair enough. Whether it was the right decision to let him go or not. What you can't do is take victory laps for saying that you're proven right and Stearns was proven wrong in year one. That's not what the analytics said. Like, when people get on the analytics for not bringing back Pete Alonso, see, Pete Alonso sticking it to the analytics department. No. The Mets wanted Pete Alonso back. They didn't want him back for 5 years. Now, you could argue that and say, well, what's the difference? I mean, if you thought he was going to be good for 2 or 3 years, just forget the final 2 years. I'm just telling you the facts were they believed Pete Alonso would produce for the next couple of seasons, at least 2 seasons. They did not believe that it was worth investing in a long time. That's where the analytics come into play. So if you're going to make that argument that the analytics people don't know what they're doing and Pete Alonso's sticking it to them, get back to me in year 4 or 5. If he's still doing this in year 4 or 5, which he might, then you win the argument, not year 1. Because everybody, including David Stearns and everybody who does analytics, believed Pete Alonso would be doing this year. So that narrative has got to stop. Nobody doubted that Alonso would be able to put up numbers this year or next. It's beyond that. That was the issue. The Mets went to Alonso and tried. I mean, I don't know the exact situation. I don't even know what's public or not, but I believe the Mets wanted Pete back. They wanted him back on their terms, meaning they would have paid more money for him, but just fewer years. That was the thing. They didn't want to commit to the 5-year deal, which they thought was a little bit much. That could be wrong. It could be proven to be wrong, but it can't be proven now. Not 3/4 of the way through season 1 with Pete Alonso. It just shows you the idiocy sometimes that's out there. Like, there are different levels of it. You could hate the move. I understand why you would hate the move. You can't say that it was proven to be correct. The right move would have been to give him that 5-year deal based on what he's done 3/4 of the way through season 1. That was not what was factoring into the analytics decision. Now, you're not going to like that, but that's the facts. Like, don't let facts get in the way of you being angry about the Mets letting Pete Alonso go. Look what he's doing. Look what he's doing. He's going to hit 30 home runs and drive at 100. Yeah, they thought he was going to do that too the next couple of seasons. Beyond that is where they didn't. So let's see how that deal ages before you definitively say the Mets got clowned or punked or whatever, and that the analytics people were proven wrong. And that's me saying it. I hate the analytics and all that. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, nobody ever once said Pete Alonso is going to fall off the cliff this year. It was never that. Nobody said that. Even people who didn't want Pete Alonso. I don't even know where the people who didn't want Alonso are. It was never about we don't want Pete. It was about, is this worth investing in long term for that amount of money? And there was one team who did. One team who did think it was worth it, the Orioles. And that's all it takes for the player, which is why the player will take his time in free agency and say, no, I'm just going to wait for one team. All I need is one team. And that's what he got. One team that believed that. That means every other team either A, couldn't afford Pete, or B, didn't believe that that was a good contract to sign to extend him for 5 years, which we'll learn about in year 3. If Pete is still putting up, I'll meet you in the middle. Forget year 1, forget year 5. If Pete is still doing this in year 3, then I think you could have an argument there that it was proven to be the wrong thing and Pete is sticking it to the analytics, which he might, but you just can't do that now. I thought that was a little silly with the analytics stuff. Yes.
Check me if I'm wrong, Sal. Doesn't some of the anger here come from the fact that the Mets weren't even willing to go to the table? Like, they didn't even show up.
But I don't believe that that's the case.
Okay, so you think that there was a conversation post the original conversation this offseason?
I think if Pete Alonso wanted to be a Met, he would have been a Met. That's what I think.
Okay.
I think Pete Alonso, and it's good for him. I think he wanted to maximize his earnings and get the best, longest contract that he could get. I think if Pete wanted to be a Met, there would have been a shorter-term deal for a higher AAV on the table, just like there was the year before.
But there wasn't.
No, I don't think he wanted that. I think he was seeking the longer-term deal and didn't want to.
Wait, but am I wrong? There wasn't, though. They didn't offer him anything at all.
Maybe that you don't know of.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm stepping around and don't have as much confidence.
I'm just saying, do you know?
I don't know. That's why I'm asking you. I figured you know more than me.
Well, I understand that, but was it reported?
No.
Okay, it wasn't reported, so that's all that we could go based off of, but we don't know that.
I'm just channeling the Met fan here and there.
Understood.
That they are probably mad because there was no dance. They didn't dance with them at all.
Understood.
Takes
But
two,
but
brother.
but I don't believe that to be the case.
Okay.
And I'm not just saying that out of my rear end. I don't believe that to be the case. I believe that if Pete was open to coming back on a shorter term deal, I believe he would have been. Stearns said it before free agency. He said it. We want Pete back. Nobody wanted to believe it. Nobody wants to believe we want Pete back. We want Pete back. The caveat was, yeah, we would want Pete back under our shorter term deal. And Pete, well within his right, was able to go seek a longer term deal, and he got it from the Orioles. So you tip your cap. Good for him. But you can't just say that analytics were proven wrong when the whole point about the analytics were that it wasn't going to age well. It's not aging in year one. That's not aging. That's the first year of the deal. Like he better be producing in year one. Otherwise, it's a total disaster. So I don't think anybody expected Pete to fall off a cliff. That was my whole point behind this. And I understand what you're saying, and I certainly understand where Met fans are coming from.
Can you do the analytics nerd voice?
No.
It's money.
We don't. I should have my
Get the
analytics.
spectacles on. Yeah.
No, the other ones I have somewhere. The nerd ones that I use for Booney.
The Bubba Dudley glasses.
We don't believe Pete Alonso is going to project well in year 4 or 5 of this deal.
I'm not an analytics guy at all. You know that. You should know that. I'm just saying, like, when I see the stuff, the posts on social media, and everybody's like, "Oh, see, analytics, blah 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 blah." No. You can make an argument against analytics. That's not the right one. That's just being ignorant and foolish. Nobody, especially the Mets, ever said Pete's not going to produce in year 1 or year 2. You know another thing I'm getting tired of?
What's that now?
Hearing about Andy Green versus Carlos Mendoza.
Oh boy.
As if Andy Green is some sort of like boy wonder manager. Like he's made the difference. Yeah, that's it. It's either that or, let's see, maybe they've gotten healthier. Like Lindor playing well, like the pitching. You think Carlos Mendoza, is that Mendy's fault that Sean Manaea couldn't pitch when he was here? It's Mendy's fault that these guys couldn't figure it out to a man? I mean, even Nolan McLean, when Mendy was here, was not pitching as well as he's been pitching as of late. Also, Andy Green's record is like 500, and that's with the recent tear that the Mets were on. So let's not make, and by the way, he's not coming back as the manager, period, end of story. So put it to bed. I'm tired of the text that I'm getting. I'm tired of hearing people talk about it. I think they even did something about it last night on SNY. I'm not sure if it was pregame or during the game broadcast, or maybe I saw something on one of the social media clips. I was off baseball night in New York yesterday. I'll be back on today, but I forget what show it was on, but it was a conversation like, oh, yeah, Andy Green. No, not Andy. Carlos Mendoza was set up to fail, and guess what? Yeah, he was set up to fail. Guess what? He failed. Let's not make... Carlos Mendoza would run circles around Andy Green as a big league manager. Run circles around him. So now we're going to value, and this is what like the people want to tell you, just talk about recency bias. The Mets win 8 of 11 or whatever it is, when they're dead to rights. Dead to rights. No pressure whatsoever. They play decent baseball. And they win 8 of 11, and everybody's like, oh, see, Andy Green versus Carlos Mendoza. Okay, what about 2024? Where on Andy Green's resume is a season like 2024? Give me a break. I mean, my God, how quickly we forget. Yeah, let's value the 8 of 11 streak when there's no pressure on whatsoever post-trade deadline. Let's value that more than we value the entire 2024 season. For a rookie big league manager in New York, mind you. I mean, guys, come on. Jeez, some of the stuff out there is just, it's out of control. What are we talking about here? The Mets did catch a little bit of a break. Actually, no, 2 big breaks. When you look at what happened with Edwin Diaz and Kyle Tucker, dude, Diaz again on the IL with the neck inflammation. He has been a total train wreck. Thank God he spurned the Mets. I was upset at first. I was annoyed, and I was going to root against him. Now I'm like, I feel bad for the guy. I mean, his career could be effectively over. Talk about a disaster of a contract. And raise your hand if you were happy that Diaz walked. Even me. And I'd never, ever, ever been the biggest Edwin Diaz fan. I had to change course because he had one of the great seasons of all time in 2022 with the Mets. Before that, never very good. After that, never the same. But 2023, he got hurt in the WBC. But 2022, it was an all like after 2019, I never thought he'd be good again. And then 2022 was the best closer, best season I've ever seen for a closer. Anyway, I wanted Diaz back. I was looking at the idea of a bullpen with Edwin Diaz and Devin Williams, and he's been a disaster. So thank goodness the Mets got missed out on that one, because that would have been a total mess for the next 3 years or whatever, or 2 years I guess beyond this. And on that same note, have you seen, Badabooms, what's going on with Kyle Tucker?
Oh, you saw him crying, bro? That was bad. That was real bad.
Dude, he dropped that ball that, like, my dog Maddox would have caught with ease.
Oh, brutal. You saw him crying, right?
I did in the dugout. Yeah, no, I did. Well, I don't know if he was. I didn't see the full video of the crying. I saw him there where it said he got emotional. So was he actually like visibly like Roger Clemens?
He was doing a little like, you know what I mean, like a little eye wipe.
I know, but it could have been allergy or something.
I don't know. Hate watch.
But what I did see is him drop the ball and just like look beat. Talk about a guy who would have been a freak. The Mets tried to get him.
In the vein of Luis Castillo.
Meanwhile, there were reports prior to the Mets being interested in him that he couldn't hack it in New York. And they still, see, that's where you could get on. I would get more on Stearns for that. Like, he got lucky. See, that's where, remember how I talk about a lot of times, it's not just about the result. Well, the result of this is great, but the process wasn't good, because if he wanted Kyle Tucker here and they're willing to pay him the $60+ million, the Dodgers eventually went to another level. That shows you the process was not right. They got lucky. So the result was right, not ending up with Diaz, and in this case, we're talking about Kyle Tucker. The result was good. The process maybe not so much, especially for Kyle Tucker. It shouldn't have just been, well, we'll take Bichette, Tucker, or Schwarber. Any one of those three will be fine. No. You have to do your homework. And Kyle Tucker, if I were hearing reports about that, which I'm assuming it was all public, we were hearing stuff like that. I don't know if it was just behind the scenes that I was hearing that or public. I'm pretty sure it was public, though, that Kyle Tucker might not be fit for New York. Then how could the Mets just be ignorant to that? And believe me, I would have been the first one hop on YouTube and get excited about the addition of Kyle Tucker. But I mean, I don't know, other than what we're hearing. Once you start hearing like you may not be cut out for New York, then I'm like, nah, I don't want this guy. I think it would be a good thing for the Mets to miss out on him. He has been a freaking disaster.
Historically, not a great playoff hitter, too. So that fit for the Mets is just, I never really understood it. But look at their outfield now, dude.
Well, here exactly right. Here's what you need to know about the fit. He was the best bat on the market. The consensus was he was the best bat on the market.
Yes.
So even though it didn't fit, you like...
Schwarber. Maybe all-around bat, you're saying?
Okay, well, best all-around player. Yeah, I mean...
Schwarber's going to be a Hall of Famer.
I think they tried to get Schwarber he's an animal. But he doesn't have a position. He doesn't have a position, so maybe that is... best all-around player. Schwarber's not getting $70 million, whatever Tucker ended up getting.
Notorious
$60 million a year.
Glove, too. His glove is nothing to write home about.
Yeah. So, anyway, no, I know. Tucker was supposed to be the real deal, though. Play outfield well and do all that stuff. He's been a mess. What do I want to do here? Superlight. I told you about Superlight before. Nothing better. If you haven't tried Superlight yet, you're missing out. First of all, doesn't it just look delicious? Look at that. I mean, come on. It is so good. It's been the drink of the summer for me. And it's from the makers of Surfside. Superlight, it's a vodka and aid, ready-to-drink brand inspired by classic sports drink flavors, delivering a familiar and refreshing taste. Each 12-ounce can contains just 90 calories, 0 sugar, 0 bubbles, and comes in fruit punch, orange, lemon lime, and blue chill flavors. It's built for the cool down and your next hangout with friends. My favorite part about it, A, is the taste, and B, the fact that it's just 90 calories and no bubbles. You could drink them all day long. Make sure you check it out. Check out Superlight, superlight.com, or on Instagram @drinksuperlight. It is no doubt the best drink that even my wife.
I've been getting requests for it too, by the way.
From who? For like people hitting you up for it?
Yeah, you got any of those Superlights?
Why don't you pop in here?
I saw the stash. Not stash.
Well, what do you mean? Where are you?
Not this stash. There's not really a stash here. I got to shave it actually. But your stash. They saw your stash, and that was kind of.
Oh, in the video with the drop off?
Yes. Yeah,
dude, I should show you now. There's like maybe 5 cases left. There was 50.
Well, you're also giving them away like Robin Hood.
I gave a ton away, yes. Actually, I had a so where are you getting hit up for that? In like real life or online, you're saying?
Oh, in real life. Friends, family.
Saying where's the Superlight at?
Yeah.
Didn't I give you some, or I gave you Surfside?
Case, it was Surfside. It was not Superlight.
Okay. That was before the drop-off, probably, that we exchanged, and you haven't been back since.
Was it before?
I had, yeah, that was before the drop-off. 100% before the drop-off.
Damn, bro, you were loaded up.
And I didn't give you one case. I gave you multiple cases.
Well, you gave me like a little
No. I gave you multiple cases.
like a take-home box.
I gave you multiple cases. Get out of here. Gave you multiple cases for you and the missus. Can you say missus if you're not married? I don't know.
I guess.
All right, get out. So speaking of the Superlights and Surfside, I had Mitch in Fort Lee drive us to the airport when we went to Milwaukee this weekend. You know, like if I need a drive. The problem is we got Sammy, so we need a car seat. So Uber doesn't work with that. Have you ever tried to? Well, you wouldn't have done that. But like you can't just book an Uber. Then they show up and they're like, well, what about, we don't have a car seat. And then you got to there's like an Uber car seat. It's such a pain in the neck. So I was like, Mitch, can you do me the favor? Blah, blah, blah. And of course he's going to charge. I mean, he's got a business run, which is fair. And then he's hitting me up, hey, you got any cases of those Surfsides? I'm like, what am I supposed to say? No. I mean, yeah, I do, as a matter of fact. And if when I open the garage to walk out to the car, there's a boatload of them. So then not only am I paying him whatever the rate is plus tip, which, by the way, I'm not 100% sure that like it was either on par or a little bit more expensive than Uber would have been.
Huh.
Now what are you hunting about?
No, I mean, after our last drive with Mitch, rip him. He's not going to hear this anyway.
And then
he's not going to hear this.
No, and then he has been listening, so I know he's going to get this message.
Oh yeah.
So not only am I paying, and then the tip, and now he's reliable, which is great. And then I got to give him the Surfsides as well. Like that should be the tip. Surfside and Superlight. That's your tip. That's it. But I can't do that, right? So then I feel guilty, and plus I don't want him calling the fan or whatever because he would and be like, "Oh, Sal doesn't tip me." All right. Anyway, did you see the pictures of Mike Brown and his wife on vacation?
Look great, coach. Live your best life, coach.
Bro, can the guy just enjoy the chip in peace? Like, what's happening here? I don't understand it.
Yeah, leave him alone.
There's got to be limitations here. Leave Mike Brown alone. The guy's on the beach with his wife. You think his wife wants those pictures out there? Like, what are we doing? There can't be any kind of rule of privacy. Like, it's one thing to go get the coach. I remember years ago that happened with Rex Ryan on the beach, wasn't it? Like, didn't they get Rex Ryan on the beach?
And the tattoos. How the tattoo got out. I have such a vivid memory. It was a Sunday morning, and my dad showed me the post and that being on the cover. We're doing our pregame, picking the games.
Yeah.
And I just saw that tattoo. It's ingrained in my mind.
I saw those pictures. Now, I'm clicking them and looking through them, which is probably part of the problem. But come on, man. Leave coach alone. It's not even just Mike Brown because he won the championship that I'm backing him. I think anybody in this spot, especially sports figures. Like, I felt that way with Dable after he got fired. Remember he was coming out of the house in the Penn State hoodie.
Remember the Sala one when they got him at the grocery store?
Oh, I don't remember that one.
He was walking out of like some health food store, and they were berating him. There were like 10 people with cameras and stuff.
Yeah, I don't think that when you are as accessible as sports figures are, like these managers, you get to talk to them before the game, after the game, head coaches, you see them at practice, all over the place during the, like, even if a guy gets fired, there's not TMZ. I mean, I don't know. I feel weird about that. And taking pictures of Mike Brown, a shirtless Mike Brown with his wife in a bikini on the beach.
Coach, you look great, by the way. Great show, coach.
Yeah, he'll always look great because he's got the bling. He wasn't literally wearing the ring, but you know what I mean. He had the crown on, Mike Crown. Like, I just feel weird. That's such an odd. Like, come on, man. I don't know. I would be mortified if that happened with me and my wife on a.
You don't got to worry about that.
No, I don't, thankfully. But I'm just looking at it from a human perspective. Like, don't you think that that's a weird thing that you? It's not like he signed up to do the picture photo shoot. Somebody was stalking him, taking pictures. Oh, there's Mike Brown from a bush or something. Although I don't know where that would be on the beach. What were they on a boat taking those pictures of Brown and his wife on the beach? Like, just leave him alone. Give him some privacy.
I wonder if that's like a licensed photographer or somebody who's like, let me try to make a quick buck on Coach Mike Crown.
Yeah, they probably did. They took the pictures. There's Mike Brown. Let me do, and then they sold him to the Post for, or what I think was the Post that published it for whatever rate.
Did you see the cat wedding photos?
I saw some of them. What you have?
Dude, JB, no, it was great.
When you pop in, you can pop in.
I mean, he was. I could try to find it for you. He was absolutely sauced and deservedly so.
If you could find it, maybe pull that up real quick.
I'll get it for you. And they had all the trophies there. All 3 of the big trophies were like next to the wedding table.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that. No, I just saw some initial. So he got married in Malibu, California, and I saw Ben Stiller and his wife were there. Obviously Brunson. Now I did think when I saw the report of who was there, like it wasn't all the teammates. It wasn't all.
They're friends with everybody.
I know, but don't you think that's a little odd?
No, these guys are friends. Some of them have played since they were in high school together.
I know, but see, you could make that case in football because of a 53-man roster. You can make that case in baseball. You know, not all 26 plus the coaches are going to be able to make the invite. Basketball's a little different, man. It's such a close group. There's not that many. What is it? 15 guys on the roster.
Yeah,
total?
I hate to kill kayfabe for you, but you know Brunson and Halliburton are like good friends.
I understand that. This is not what I'm not talking about. That you don't have to kill kayfabe. I'm talking about your team. You just won a championship with these guys. You're not going to invite everyone to the wedding. If I were on the outside looking in of that, I would be offended.
Oh, you're saying the whole team wasn't there?
I don't believe that the whole team was there.
Maybe there were like restrictions. Maybe they couldn't make it.
And
other
you
obligations.
I mean, even then, like the from the opposite perspective of like if you get invited to a wedding by your championship teammate, especially somebody of the caliber of Cat, like you gotta go. You can't be. If you look at the full guest list, and maybe we don't have the full guest list. It was just like a photo saying like there's Jalen. Like I didn't see Josh Hart there.
He was.
Okay, was Bridges there?
He was.
So then maybe it was all of them. Because in the photo that I saw, I don't think those two were there. It was OG, Brunson, a couple of the bench players. Diawara, maybe.
Dadier.
Yeah, exactly. Like a couple of those.
Dadier.
Couple of those guys. I'm not saying like you don't have to invite like Shohan or whatever, right?
Yeah, you do.
Nah.
Why?
Because he wasn't on the team the whole year.
He beat up Wemby at the end of the game.
I understand that. I'm saying like he might not make the cut. But I thought everybody else.
Bridges IG Live. He is savage, bruh.
Was Mike? So you have confirmed? Give me confirmed who was at the wedding, and maybe I'll take the L on this one.
I can't do that. I don't know who was there. I wasn't.
No. I mean that we know of.
Oh, so I know that all the starters were there.
How do you know that?
I got one for you. I didn't see Mitch. I didn't see any pictures with Mitch.
Okay. I
could be wrong. I wasn't there.
But even that, I think, can be justified now because he's a Celtic.
Yeah, but just to your point, he won a championship with them. They're bonding for life. Celtics aren't going to win Umbatso with him there.
Yeah, but if he were coming back, I'd feel differently with that. I don't know. I did not see. It was a report and like, oh, look at the Knicks teammates standing around with their wives, and I did not notice
Let me get that Brunson picture for you.
Bridges or Hart at all.
I know they were both there, though. I can confirm that. I saw.
Well, then that makes me feel a little bit better. Good, and it's not a knock on Towns. It's just like, I don't know. Come on, what are we doing here?
Did you see how they gave out the photos? I thought it was awesome, and if I have the opportunity to, I'm ripping this idea.
No, what?
So they gave out the photos in the form of Topps 1-of-1 cards, and they were like
photos
fully
to what?
cut for the wedding photos, like for the individual photos that everybody took with people.
Okay, no, I don't know.
But there were Topps basketball cards in top loaders. It was sick.
That is cool. I like that. Well, Cat's he's a big collector, right?
I know. I'd love to talk cards with Cat.
We were opening, did you know about this? Because I did not know about it at my buddy Wink's house. He ordered a pack. I think Saratoga Wills did it too, but I was not made aware of this. A pack of
I have everything. I have almost all the big moments from Topps 1 or whatever it's called.
No, I'm saying the Knicks Topps championship.
I have all of them, bro. I have the OG tip-in. I have them Eastern Conference Finals. I have the Finals.
But did you buy the pack or did you buy them individually?
I bought the individual ones because the pack was sold out before I had the chance to get them.
Okay.
So you could buy the individual ones as well.
So he bought the pack. I forget what the exact cost he said. Maybe it was $80, $100. I don't remember what it was. Bought the pack. And now we were questioning, like, do you keep it in the pack or do you open them?
No, open the pack because there's 1-of-1s in there and there's autographs in there.
Right. Well, that's the thing. He ended up getting some kind of like BS, whatever, Josh Hart special card, but it wasn't like it wasn't a numbered card.
Can I get a picture of it? I'd love to evaluate it for you.
Yeah, I'll have to. I mean, I can't right now, but I'll have to get that. It was him. I think Josh Hart holding a trophy, one of those, and it just said on the back like whatever. It wasn't like a special, but I didn't even know about those. I didn't even know about those packs. I wanted those packs, and I'd like just the base set. So
you might be able to still get one. Actually, I could check for you. Dude,
Yeah,
the
you
markup
can,
on
but they're
those are
like
already crazy.
That's what I'm saying. You can get them. You can get anything. You just got to pay for it.
I have a Brunson holding the trophy at the parade for you, actually, because I bought 5 of them because I was trying to chase a 1-on-1. I got one for you, one for me, one for my brother.
Where did you get these?
I got them on the top site, like the day after the parade. They had them.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, I don't even know what I'm going to do with them.
I can get it graded before I give it to you as well, and I'll probably give you the shittiest grade. No offense. I'm just saying that.
No, but which is fine. But why would you? Like, what are you going to do with it?
I'm gonna get it graded, and it's gonna be a part of my collection.
And then what are you going to do with it?
I collect cards, brother. Like, look, wait. I want you to look forward right now. Look past the camera. What's behind your camera?
Yeah, I know, but that's different. I collect those for nostalgia. Like that's nostalgia.
I collect cards. You want to see some? I got some stuff right here for you. Hold on.
No, I know, but like, but then what am I going to do? Like, I was there.
Here's your boy Penix. All right, got a Penix.
Yeah, what are you going to do with it? You can't even see it. It's a crappy view because you get.
Yeah, it's a bad.
No, your stupid background. We got to get that background fixed.
Puka, Skeens. I mean, I collect them, and there's some guys, if I want to move them, I sell them, and then I buy Jets. I have a Garrett Wilson collection that's pretty thick now. I have a huge Garrett Wilson collection.
You're always crying poverty, and now you're telling me you're collecting cards. That doesn't add up.
Well, I am crying poverty for different reasons, Sal. You know what I mean? You want
to? No, it's not. It's like, oh, can you get me? Hey, can you front me this so I could, whatever.
I'm not selling my card collection. What? Are you stupid?
I'm not saying selling. You're telling me you're buying. You got a Garrett Wilson collection, and you have the Knicks. You're buying.
I buy all the different Garrett variants, and it's Garrett Wilson year 4. I can get any Garrett Wilson year 4 card that isn't numbered for under $5.
Sounds like you got to prioritize. I mean, you got use the money wisely. Don't be buy the bread and milk, brother, and not put down the cards.
Milk? What are you talking about?
Whatever you need.
I got to put this production together. I got to pay for all this stuff.
What stuff? What are you talking about?
For all the different the materials I use, the editing software, the
Get out of
here!
I told you I was paying for that.
Yeah, but I feel like hitting up for it is like at this point, like I'll just take care of it.
Okay, like you don't hit me. Yeah, no, you never hit me up for anything. All I'm saying is, and by the way, it's your money. You can do what you want with it, but don't be crying poverty when you're building up a fat Garrett Wilson collection.
Yeah, that's how it should be. I love Garrett Wilson. What do you want me to say? I have to show my graciousness and respect to him somehow. Speaking of building up savings, I have 2 super chats, Sal.
Yeah, go ahead.
Exactly. Leave me alone. Saw the chat that said that. First one from our guy Gregorius. Booms. Love you, Gregorius.
Yeah, what do you want me to do with that? Booms.
Shout out to Gregorius because the other day I mentioned my all-time personal favorite Yankee team. Didi was on there.
Okay. Well, how do you know that that's his? Oh, he's coming back again.
Second
Sally,
one.
these are going to the Booms Retirement Fund, FYI. Yeah. What?
Beautiful.
The contributions he's saying going to the retirement fund?
Those are actually one of my savings, not retiring, because I am.
I will say congratulations are in order.
To you?
No, to you.
For what?
Well, that is true. Nothing is like there is a. It's weird. You announced that, and for those of you who missed it, we are going to be part of a new media startup company called Underscore, and we're thrilled to be able to build a platform where we're going to be doing lots of new age, current media type stuff, whether it's live reactions, whether it's watch-alongs, whether it is events that we'll be doing, going live after these games, all these different stuff. You'll be able the Substack, YouTube, podcast, all of it. It's a startup media company, and we're excited to do that. And it's me, JJ, and Jimmy Traina are going to be the primary content creators for now, with the hope of expanding. And we do need somebody to handle the behind the scenes stuff. Put us on the air, edit, things like that.
I think I'm looking at him. Wait, I'll show the audience him.
Yeah, well,
there he is right there.
Here's the thing. So when there was news that leaked out last week, and then I started to get a bunch of congratulations, and it was more, hey, congrats, are you hiring? Hey, congrats, do you need this? Hey, congrats, do you need that? Here's what I can do.
I didn't ask you if you were hiring.
No, I'm saying from other people.
Yeah.
And then I was thinking about it. I was like, well, maybe we shouldn't just, because when I brought you aboard here, it was kind of, I really didn't have many other options.
Huh.
You know what I'm saying?
You sure about that? Did you not pick from a talent pool?
I did have other options, but it wasn't as many as I feel like I have now.
Uh-huh.
And I think maybe we can, maybe we could put this job up for like, I don't know, like a triathlon or something. You could put your editing skills or your mic skills versus other people if they're
mic
truly
skills, 99 overall. 99 overall. Especially if you're above 55. I know I have a huge fan base and a huge following above 55 that all loves me, that all comments good things about me. I can't get enough of Badabooms. More Badabooms. He's the opposite of annoying.
No, all kidding aside, I do want to congratulate you on getting a job within the business. You're now
Talking
hired.
about this one?
Yeah.
Like this current one that I have.
Well, you're gonna be not only doing this, but you'll be helping run all the behind the scenes and socials
For your
and
new
whatever
startup?
for Underscore.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That was
yeah.
quick.
No, we don't need to play the game. Come on, they know. It's okay. You've earned it. So I'm happy for you. You've done a nice
me
job.
A little bit. You dipped it a little bit in there.
Matter of fact, you can. Well, I was going to mess with you a little bit, but it is true that people have been reaching out asking for opportunities. Which, like, if I had some, maybe I would help out. But right now, I'm trying to make sure I get taken care of.
You can sit under the Badabooms learning tree.
What's that?
They can sit under the Badabooms learning tree.
Yeah, right. You want to work with this guy?
They can answer Big Daddy.
But no, we are excited about it to get going. You did a good job with that video yesterday with the launch trailer, which is up on the YouTube page right now. You have a QR code, or what did we just say? Go subscribe.
The link is in the description.
Link is in the description. Okay, under underscore. So make sure you check that out. But we're excited about that.
I busted ass for that video, dude. 4 hours. I just grinded it out.
I understand, but dude, you've been working your rear end off in the beginning, and this is the reward. We are 8 months in. I think it's pretty good. I mean, I think for you, that's pretty good to come from where you were coming from, not in the business, to earning an opportunity with me based on your willingness to be able to do what it takes to get this opportunity, then proving yourself along the way, and now having an opportunity to help get this thing off the ground here.
So some people wait for a door, wait to find a door, wait for the door to open. I took this pen simply, and I drew the door onto the wall. Get a little handle right there. I didn't open it. I kicked that bitch right open.
There you go, and that's how it should be. And now you're really going to be worked. If you thought this was a lot, wait till we really get going.
I love it, dude. Could I ask for a better job for an opportunity? No. Besides maybe the GM of the Jets, and I wouldn't want to take that from Darren Mucci right now.
What do you mean, better opportunity?
Could I ask for a better job or a better opportunity? No, I'm literally living a dream.
Yeah, I think
Besides
me
working
too.
with you, you're not Evan.
Well, I wasn't your first choice.
It's very true. You were not my first choice. There were many other first choices.
But maybe it'll prove to be the best choice. A lot of times that happens. For me too, because I think I've always wanted to. You are set in not you. I'm saying in general. Like people get set in their ways of thinking one way, and I thought one way for so long, and it was chasing one dream. And then when that dream gets killed, you need to reevaluate. And I never thought to even dream bigger than why want to be hired to do something when you could potentially be a part of owning something and create your own. Take things into your own hands, especially the way that things are going in today's media landscape. So who knows how it's going to end up? I believe in myself. I believe in you. I believe in the Steve Hirsch, who is putting this thing together. He's backing it. I believe in Jimmy and JJ. Yeah, I believe in all the pieces that we have in place. This is not just something that we threw up against the wall, and this has been going on behind the scenes for a long time. This is something that I always had a dream of doing, but I just never thought it would be realistic, and Steve Hirsch made it a realistic possibility. So I'm looking forward to proving myself to whoever doubted and doing it on this new media startup platform. So I'm excited for that. And you know what? You only get one shot. There's the shot.
Quoting the motto or Eminem?
No. Well, Eminem kind of.
You only get one shot tonight.
Mom's spaghetti. I've never thrown up my mom's spaghetti though. Like, come on, man. Sunday.
On his sweater already.
Yeah. Anyway, you only get one shot to have something like this.
He's nervous, but on the surface, he looks calm and ready to drop bombs. But they keep on forgetting what he wrote down. The whole crowd goes so loud. He opens his mouth. He's choking now. Everybody's choking now. Clock's running out of time.
You don't mumble it. Are you going to do it or are you going to do it? You
Snap
sound like
back
my
to
daughter.
reality. Goes gravity.
Anyway, we appreciate if you guys would follow along with us. I promise there'll be new, fresh content. It will be fun. We have a lot of ideas in the works that we're looking forward to executing. The official launch date will be September 8th. That will be a part of Underscore and having some content out there. But nothing on this show will change. Maybe the look a little bit might change, but it'll still be the same show. I'll be doing collab stuff with both Jimmy, JJ, and new stuff like we were talking about. So we're excited for it and see where it goes. Now, you wanted to get in the Jets Jets before we left here. So the good news is Breece Hall seems to be okay, right?
Yes, he will be ready for week 1, as all reports lead.
Does that impact though where you would take him fantasy wise?
I probably would not take a Jet in general unless it's a late round guy. Like maybe I'll steal Omar Cooper or Sadiq if I can get him late. I got burned on Le'Veon Bell his first year, and then that was kind of it. What?
I asked about Hall. Would that impact where you would take?
So you're gonna hit me with the you're not answering the question. I am. Are you? Is it a blanket question or a Badabooms question? If it's a Badabooms question, I don't draft Jets anymore. But maybe it would impact it.
If you were, that's what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
If you were, I don't need your. Well, I don't take Jets anymore. Well, okay, let me phrase it this way: do you think this injury will impact how Breece Hall is drafted? Because I was going to be really high on Breece Hall, but now I am a little bit scared off. It would impact me. I think probably I'd stay away. I don't want any issues going in. Now, that may prove to be foolish, but if he drops off, maybe at a good value. I mean, I think that there's a conversation to be had there with Breece Hall. I still worry about it a little bit.
If you take Breece Hall, you must get Braylon Allen.
Handcuff him?
Yeah, you have to get Braylon Allen.
I mean, I've been down this road plenty of times before. What was it, 2 years ago? When was Brandon Allen a rookie?
Last year was his second year. So
right.
2 years ago.
So 2 years ago, I remember that was my exact
I was
thought
a
process.
massive Braylon Allen fan at Wisconsin because he was so thick and huge. And he's young, too. He's only like 22 still.
Yeah, it reminds me of T.J. Duckett, Braylon Allen.
Duckett.
I'm starting to warm up to the idea that the Jets are going to be good this year. And before the season even kicks off, everyone's making predictions. Who wins the division? Who makes the playoffs? Who's lifting the trophy at season's end on Kalshi, America's #1 prediction market platform. You could trade those predictions in a live market. Speaking of Gang Green, can they win at least 6 games this season? They're currently trading at 50% probability, meaning a $100 trade pays out $180 if they reach 6 wins. On Kalshi, you're trading against peers in a live market, meaning there's no house. And as the probability changes, you could buy in and out of your position, trade the draft pick, the game, and more on Kalshi. Download the Kalshi app and use code SAL to get $10 when you trade $10. KALSHI. Kalshi. Trade on anything. 18 or over only. Restrictions and eligibility requirements apply. Event contract trading involves risk and may not be suitable for all investors. Kalshi products are not available in all jurisdictions. Prices, values, and available markets may differ from those mentioned. For more information, see kalshi.com/regulatory. I did see Keyshawn Johnson was out at Jets camp, which I thought was cool. I love Keyshawn.
So was CJ.
CJ Mosley?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yeah, I would have loved to watch him and DeMario on the field. It would have been David Harris and DeMario 2.0.
I saw Keyshawn was there hanging out with his old buddy Aaron Glenn. I'll tell you this. I'm really rooting for Aaron Glenn. I feel like he's a dead man walking. I hope that I'm wrong on that. I would love to see a guy with his passion, his demeanor, his attitude, his work ethic. I would love to see him succeed and turn this damn thing around. But I'd be lying to you if I said I believe he's going to. That's my issue. I'll be rooting like hell for him. I'd love to see the Jets be competitive. I just don't see it. Are you there with Glenn, or you don't really care who's doing it? You just want to see it turn around. You're more about like next year, give me the draft pick.
Unlike anybody else that I've ever seen Jet coaching wise, Rex aside, I've really wanted Glenn to succeed because of the history and the story, and it's so pure. And I thought this was the guy who knows New York. He knows how to handle it. Mm-hmm. Now I want to turn this on you actually. So yes, I want Glenn to succeed, but I also just if Glenn fails this year, give me cock. I want cock. I want all the cock I can get, and I want cock as soon as possible. That's Kevin O'Connell, KOC. I'm not being dirty. It's his nickname. You can't get me on that one. Don't look at me like that. That's his nickname. I'm just saying that.
Send your applications to @_ on social.
So Glenn has taken over the defense, right, Sal?
Yeah.
What if the Jets have an absolute lock, shutdown defense, top 5 in the NFL, and the Jets still only win 4 games? Is Aaron Glenn going to get fired in that case?
No, we had Dan Grosso on. I don't know if you had a chance to listen to that whole episode in case you missed it. Check it on the archives. He was very insightful on the Jets. He made it sound, not made it sound. He said flat out the Jets are going to do whatever they can to keep, like they want to keep Aaron Glenn.
Yeah, I feel like Woody loves him too.
Getting paid a lot of money. Woody loves him. They're going to give him every opportunity to keep this job. I just feel like if they start out 1-5 or 0-6, it's going to be off of how bad last year was. Let's hope that that's not the case. Let's just see moving forward.
We're not going to get in this whole thing right now because when we get into it, we get into it.
Yeah.
But Justin Fields was terrified to throw the football past 5 yards last year.
I understand.
Geno is not terrified to throw the ball. In fact, he loves throwing the ball sometimes to the other team.
Correct.
Which, hey, if it means more touchdowns and equal more interceptions, I'm fine. Another question for you, Sal, talking about Geno. At what point, I think this is the more important question than Glenn get fired and everybody turn on Glenn. I think the more important question is, when do people start to turn on Geno? And just 1 in 5 are going to start to get the Klubnik talk.
Okay, let's table that conversation for tomorrow because we're out of time today. I think that's a great conversation. Also, I haven't had a chance yet to go back and watch
you got
the
to watch
preseason
so
game.
much aura.
Yeah, I do want. Wow, I told you about him. I told you about Klubnik before you even said anything. He was the guy that one of the quarterbacks out of this draft that I identified.
I hate that I have to fall in love with him because he looks like Chad Pennington, wears number 10, and he has aura. You know what flipped, in all seriousness, Klubnik for me? Because I'm an ACC fan, obviously. I'm a Hurricanes fan. I naturally hate watching him the last 2 years. So the first year, I was trying to justify why he sucks because I hate Clemson and Dabo Swinney. The second year, last year, he was god-awful. When I found out that he was playing through an injury since week 1 of the college football season, and it was he wanted to keep going, he wanted to keep moving forward off the injury, I was like, oh, no. He has my heart. If he's putting his body on the line for his team, that's exactly the kind of guy I want.
He's the right type of player. He's got the right mentality to be a leader. Does he have the physical traits to succeed in the NFL? Time will tell, but he's got the right attitude and the right heart, which is why he was one of the guys that I identified pre-draft that I would be looking to take a shot on. I was happy that the Jets ended up with him, and I'm looking forward to going back and rewatching this game 1 of the preseason, and we can continue that conversation. All right, that does for anything else. What?
I just don't want to. I don't want to push this season off. Like on the back of what we saw with the Knicks, I want to have fun and I want to be able to enjoy the season without going to the tank right away. I will give them a good 8 weeks before I start bringing out the tank.
And maybe we'll be doing some content live at Jet Games for Underscore, whether it's on the road.
Chicago.
I know you want to go to Chicago. That depends on the Yankees, honestly.
Hey, yeah, I've been talking World Series. I can miss Chicago. Chicago can wait for me.
No, I'm just saying, when is that? October what?
October 6th. So if the Yankees are live, there will be games going on.
Yeah, and our focus is not gonna be the Jets. I'm sorry, it's gonna be the Yankees.
I'm not gonna complain about us seeing another championship this year.
Or we just let JJ handle the Yankees, and then we could go see the Jets and Bears. All right, that does it for us. Make sure you subscribe to all the Underscore feeds if you can. We appreciate this. Certainly the YouTube page with Underscore, and then the Train a podcast. JJ's podcast is the same feed. This will be the same feed. You can check Underscore out on social media. Just follow me on social media, and we'll be promoting all that stuff. The Substack, the newsletters. There's a bunch of different things that we have with this new startup media company. We would really appreciate your support as we get going with this, especially Badabooms, because he needs a job. All right, that does for us. We'll see you tomorrow. Make sure you subscribe, download, rate, like, all that other stuff. Anything else that I'm missing there? Badabooms, remind me. No, we're good to go. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye.